presents Wings, the first movie to win an Academy Award for Best Picture. The story of two men who have gone to war and the girl they left behind. Starring Clara Bow, the It Girl, Gary Cooper, Buddy Rogers, and Richard Arlen. Wings is a whopping air spectacle, dominated by remarkable aerial stunts. Filled with action, shock, thrills, and tragedy. Twists of fate in love and war that catapults three people to their destinies. One of the greatest silent motion pictures ever made. Wings.
Wow. Just wow. I mean, this was a real treat to watch. And I can probably tell what you're thinking already. That trailer was awful, and yes, I'll agree, but trust me when I say that this is something special. If you haven't already guessed by now, we're moving on to the Best Picture winner of the first Academy Awards in 1929, Wings. And boy, did they pick a great film for the award. Wings follows the two central characters of Jack and David, who are both in love with the same woman at the beginning of the film. Both of them enlist as pilots during the First World War, and after a mix-up between the two, Jack is handed a locket that was meant for David. At first, the two are bitter rivals, but put their differences aside and soon become friends. Through the war, Jack learns who his true love was, Mary, who he paid little to no attention to back home, but once he gets home to deliver some fateful news, he realises that she is the one he truly loves. Now, my description might not have been the best, but take it from me, this film is a spectacle. Not only is it dramatic and heartbreaking, but also contains some of the best plane stunt work I've ever seen. The battles are the thing that really stand out about the film. There is some form of frenetic elegance to the way in which the dogfights are shot. The stunt work is incredible and really makes you wonder how on earth they managed to film such marvellous fights for the time. And the film plays the dogfights up in a brutal and dramatic way that brings the tension up to boiling point. But that's not to say that it doesn't have its fair share of quirks and humorous moments, most of them coming from a character named Hermann Schwimpf, I think that's how you pronounce it, a German whose loyalty is questioned at every opportunity, but is always resilient in the face of those that question him. The character is played for laughs, and there is nothing more to him than that, which is perfectly fine for the time, I guess, and I honestly don't mind it. He is very funny to watch. But the film never loses that sense of dread and brutality throughout. The shift in tone may come across to some as jarring, but I felt that these comedic moments gave us a break from the bombastic action in order to process the challenges the characters have faced so far, and breaks up the pace nicely to allow us to forget, like the characters sometimes do, that this is war. Some of the characters in the film come across as naive, but they're only young and have only just joined the Air Force, and they soon grow into themselves as the war progresses, and they see more combat. They become battle-hardened by the end, but not so much that they don't lose the budding sense of young enthusiasm that they carried at the beginning of the film. All the actors do fantastic jobs with the material. The two leads play bitter rivals perfectly, and Clara Brown, who plays Mary, shows us a character that falls for a man that doesn't love her. Her character helps in the war as an ambulance driver, and learns that Jack is referred to as the shooting star. She sees him at a bar in Paris with another woman, and is heartbroken by the sight. She manages to get him home, but he doesn't recognise her. She is later sent home due to two officers being misinformed of her situation as she gets undressed out of evening wear as Jack lays unconscious on the bed. She really is the most tragic of characters, I feel, in the film. And though she doesn't die, She only wants to be loved by a man who doesn't show her affection. By the end, though, Jack does fall for Mary, but the process is gradual, and it's great to see it finally get there. I would recommend that everyone pick this film up. It really is a treat to watch, and also features the first on-screen kiss between two men. It showed a character trying his best to comfort his dying friend. And since both characters have thus far been portrayed as masculine, it wasn't a big deal. And, I mean, the film does clock in around 2.5 hours, and which is by no means short, and I complained about the length of Seventh Heaven in that review, whereas that felt too long for the story it was trying to tell. This felt just right. It was just long enough to bring us its epic sweep, and brought us a great amount of character progression and storytelling for its runtime. The ending is also bitter-sweet. Jack loses his friend after accidentally shooting him down, delivers the news of his death to his parents. He falls in love with Mary, but it's a somewhat tragic ending and really pulls at the heartstrings. Although this isn't just a tragic story, there are moments of humour littered throughout. It really is one of the best epics to be put to screen. I know few people that don't like old films because they are either in black and white or they don't like the acting. Well, to them I say, watch Wings. It's a fabulous piece of cinema history and deserves its place as the winner of the very first Best Picture award at the Oscars, and will go down, in my eyes at least, as one of the greatest experiences watching a film that I have ever had. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching this video review of Wings. You've been watching the Best Picture, and I hope you enjoy these videos. I'll continue to keep making them every 2 weeks, starting from now. I know this one came out, a little late, more than a little late, but I hope you forgive the delay. I hope you enjoy this, and please rate, subscribe and comment on the videos. Your support means a lot to the channel, and also to me in particular, if you enjoy this content. And we're going to be doing something a little different with these. I said that we'd review all the winners and nominees. Well, that's not going to happen anymore. We're doing only the winners from now on, because it just seems easier. The 400 odd films I said I would review was a gargantuan task, and really it would take like 6 years to review all of them, and that's without the new nominations coming out each year and winners. So it just makes it a little bit easier, and you still get around 80 or 90 videos of the progression throughout history of the Best Picture. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in 2 weeks with another Best Picture video. Thanks for watching.